Hello and welcome to the Sharp Psych. As human beings, we all have a natural desire to belong and be accepted by others. However, this desire can sometimes lead to an unhealthy obsession with what others think of us. We may find ourselves constantly seeking approval and validation from others and feeling anxious or stressed when we don't receive it. All of this can hurt our self-esteem, our relationships, and our overall well-being. So in this video, I will share some insights and practical tips on how to not care what others think and master the art of self-acceptance. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you can get notified of any new video that could help you. Also, check out the links in the descriptions for my best recommendations. Now, let's get into it. The first thing we'll talk about is self-acceptance. I'm sure you heard the term many times, but often common concepts are the hardest to define. So in simple words, self-acceptance is the act of embracing and loving yourself for who you truly are without judgment or criticism. This means that you fully recognize your strengths and weaknesses, your flaws and imperfections, and accept them all as part of your unique identity. However, this doesn't imply thinking you're perfect or pretending to be someone you're not. It's more about being authentic, vulnerable, and true to yourself, even if that means not conforming to other people's expectations or standards. As we said, we all care about what people think of us, but what we may not see is that this can hurt our lives in several ways. Firstly, it can limit our creativity and self-expression. When we're constantly worried about what others will think of us, we may hold back from sharing our ideas, opinions, or talents, and miss out on opportunities to grow and learn. Second, it can lead to anxiety and stress. When we base our self-worth on others' opinions, we're essentially giving them the power to determine how we feel about ourselves. This can lead to a constant state of worry or fear of rejection, which can take a toll on our mental health. Another impact that can come from this constant worry is that it can prevent us from forming authentic connections with others. When we're too focused on pleasing others or fitting in, we may compromise our values or hide our true selves, which can make it difficult to form genuine relationships. Now that we saw that caring about what others think about us is not necessarily good, you may ask how we can stop this. However, I believe that first we need to understand where this behavior comes from. Often, our desire to be accepted and approved by others is rooted in our childhood experiences. As children, we learn to seek validation and love from our caregivers, and we may internalize their expectations and beliefs as our own. If we were raised in an environment where our worth was tied to our achievements or appearance, we may continue to seek external validations as adults. Additionally, societal norms and cultural expectations can also play a role in shaping our beliefs about what is acceptable or desirable. So, to overcome this tendency to care too much about what others think, we need to make some mindset shifts. In this section, we would suggest the following things as a start in your journey. The first thing you need to do is to recognize that everyone has their own opinions and preferences, and that's okay. It's impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so will only lead to stress and anxiety. Instead, always focus on being true to yourself and find things that make you happy. The following step is to cultivate self-compassion, which involves treating yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would show to a close friend. Recognize your flaws and mistakes without any criticism and concentrate on your positive traits and abilities. Another important trap that we all fall victim to and is not easy to escape is to let go of the need for perfection. Perfectionism is a common driver of people-pleasing behavior, but the truth is, no one is perfect, and striving for perfection only leads to frustration and disappointment. Embrace your imperfections as part of your unique identity and focus on progress rather than perfection. Challenge negative self-talk. Our inner critic can be a powerful force in shaping our beliefs about ourselves and others. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, challenge them with evidence to the contrary. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," ask yourself, what evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? Finally, practice gratitude. Start every day by focusing on what you're grateful for, and this can help shift your focus away from what you lack or what others think of you. So take time each day to reflect on the things in your life that bring you joy and fulfillment. In addition to what we mentioned, another valuable skill to learn is self-confidence and self-worth. These two are essential for mastering the art of self-acceptance. So here are some tools and techniques to help you do that. Set goals and take action. When you set goals for yourself and take steps to achieve them, you build confidence in your abilities and feel a sense of accomplishment. Second, surround yourself with positive people. Being around people who lift you and support you can help boost your self-esteem and remind you of your worth. Practice self-care. Taking care of your physical and emotional needs sends a message to yourself that you are worthy of love and care. Learn a new skill or hobby. Trying something new and challenging can help build confidence and self-esteem. Celebrate your successes. Take time to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. However, self-worth is affected mainly by self-talk. This means that the way we talk to ourselves can have a powerful impact on our self-esteem and self-worth. Negative self-talk can reinforce limiting beliefs and prevent us from reaching our full potential. On the other hand, positive self-talk and affirmations can help us cultivate a more positive and empowering mindset. So, to improve your self-talk, first, choose affirmations that resonate with you. This should feel authentic and meaningful to you, rather than something you feel you should say. After that, repeat these affirmations regularly. Always remember that consistency is the key when we're talking about affirmations. Try repeating it in the morning, before bed, or throughout the day. The next exercise is to visualize yourself embodying this affirmation. Imagine yourself living out this statement in your daily life and feeling positive emotions associated with it. Finally, try to use these affirmations to challenge negative self-talk. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, replace them with a positive promise that contradicts the negative belief. The next important thing that can help you boost your self-acceptance is mindfulness. This concept is often defined as the practice of being present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. It can be a powerful tool for cultivating self-awareness and self-acceptance. If you're asking how to do that, you don't need to worry about it, because in this part, I'll show you some mindfulness practices to try. To begin with, I want you to attempt mindful breathing by relaxing and taking a few deep breaths. Concentrate on the experience of air moving in and out of your body. Be aware of any emotions or thoughts that arise and observe them without making any judgments. The next technique is body scan meditation. Find a comfortable spot to sit or lie down and slowly scan your body from head to toe, noticing any tension or sensations. But remember to observe these sensations without any judgment. Another thing to try is mindful eating. Learn to pay attention to your food as you eat it, noticing the colors, textures, and flavors. Avoid distractions like screens or reading material. Finally, we have mindful movement. Engage in a physical activity like yoga or walking, and focus on the sensations in your body as you move. These tips may sound unfamiliar, but when you try them for enough time, you'll notice that your life got a lot happier. This is because we often miss these details in our fast world, but we all have things to be grateful for. When you learn to live in the present, it's time to drop the mask and live as you are. But I know that being vulnerable and authentic can be scary, especially when we're used to hiding our true selves. However, what you may not know is that it can liberate and empower you. When we show our true selves to others, we invite deeper connections and foster a sense of intimacy and trust. To do that, here are some suggestions that can help you. The first thing is to identify your fears. What are you afraid of when it comes to being vulnerable or authentic? What beliefs or experiences are holding you back? Then practice self-compassion. Remember that vulnerability is not weakness and that it takes courage to show your true self to others. Treat yourself with kindness and compassion as you work through your fears. If this sounds scary, always remember to start small. You don't have to share your deepest secrets with the world all at once. Start with small acts of vulnerability, like expressing your emotions or sharing your opinions. Finally, a good environment means a better you. So make sure to surround yourself with supportive people. Having a support network of people who accept and love you for who you are can make it easier to practice vulnerability and authenticity. The last thing I want to talk about is a trap you may fall into in your healing journey: the fear of saying no. When we hear about vulnerability and compassion, some of you may think that it means being there every time anyone asks. However, it is important to set boundaries so that you don't always put others' needs before your own. I want you to know that saying no to something you're not comfortable with is an essential part of self-care and self-respect. And here's how. Identify your values and priorities. What is most important to you in your life? What are your non-negotiables when it comes to your time, energy, and resources? Communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. Use I statements to express your needs and expectations, and avoid blaming or shaming others. Practice self-compassion. This means that it's okay to say no, and it's not only okay, but is recommended to prioritize your own needs. Remember that you are worthy of respect and care, and that saying no is not a reflection of your worth as a person. Have a plan for dealing with pushback or resistance. Anticipate potential objections or challenges to your boundaries, and be prepared to respond calmly and assertively. Mastering the art of self-acceptance is a lifelong journey, but it's well worth the effort. By learning how to not care what others think, we free ourselves from the constraints of external validation and open ourselves up to a world of possibility and growth. Remember that you're worthy of love and respect simply because you exist, and that your unique qualities and quirks are what make you special. Embrace your true self, set healthy boundaries, and live your best life. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and see you in the next video.